Are you in the mood for something spooky? Because I am. Today I'm in the mood for something spooky. Today we are going to be reacting to 3 true horror stories by Wansee Entertainment. Again, link in description. Check them out. They got talent, bro. It's hard to animate. That's hard. Let's get into it. Okay, this is the man standing in the middle. Let's get into it. Let's see.
Hi, my name is Sarah. I'm writing this email because something really strange happened to me. I live in India, and this happened about 2 years ago when I was 16. I live with my parents and 2 older brothers. In our neighborhood, there are only about 10 houses built in the same style, 2-story houses. My parents and I sleep on the first floor, and my brothers sleep on the second. So it was just like any other morning. I woke up and my mom and older brother, Ali, were talking in another room. They were loud, but I didn't really pay attention. I was brushing my teeth and getting ready for school when my brother came into my room and jokingly said,
"Want to see a ghost? Come here."
Here we go.
It's
already starting.
Confused and a little
It's already
creeped
starting.
out. He walked to my parents' room and pointed to the window.
Look.
There was a huge road in front of our house, and I saw a man standing in the middle of it, wearing a shawl. It was winter, and the fog was thick outside, making it hard to see. He was looking to the left, where there were bushes and dense trees. It looked like a small forest. My mom was terrified, having never seen him in our neighborhood, but I thought he was waiting for someone.
What if it's just a random guy? Like, what if it's not a ghost? And what if it's just, like, a dude waiting for someone to come pick him up or something, you know? Like, I feel like we shouldn't be judging a book by its cover, you know?
We watched him for about 10 minutes, and what really gave me the creeps was that he just kept staring at the bushes without moving a muscle.
Maybe there's something in there.
Then we shrugged and started getting ready for the day. My older brother Assad used to always take me to college on his scooter, and as we were leaving, I saw the man standing in the middle of the road, still facing the bushes. My brother passed him, and I watched him closely for a few seconds. He was wearing white pajamas and a light brown kurta. His shawl was off-white and covered him from head to knee. I could only see his eyes, and when my eyes met his, a shiver ran through my body. I could only see his eyes, but I could tell he was smiling, and his smile seemed to be a wide grin. I got goosebumps. During the ride,
That dude's off his rocker, bro. That guy's on something. Maybe it's just a crackhead, bro. It's your local crackhead. All over the world, every town has at least one crackhead, bro. Unfortunately, mine has a lot. And they all spawn in at the same time at 11 p.m. You go out at 11 p.m., you're just walking down the street, bro. People are screaming at you, cussing you out for no reason. Just random crackheads. And they always got that fen fold going on. You know what I mean? They always got that fen fold. But yeah, 11 p.m. sharp, bro. You don't want to see it. You don't want to see it, genuinely.
to college, I kept wondering, is he smiling at me or is he smiling at something in the bushes? Once I got there, I quickly forgot about it and focused on my day. I left the university around 3 p.m. and rode home on a 3-wheeler, a vehicle similar to a taxi. I was on my phone the entire ride, and as I neared home, I thought of the man. I looked outside and saw the same man still standing there in the same position. The thought of him standing 8 hours in the winter without moving a muscle was mind-boggling. I was horrified. The driver was driving in the opposite.
The sound effects on this thing are like, I don't know if it's my headphones or the music, bro, but like that do 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 do. It sounds like someone's walking up my stairs right now. It's freaking me out. I walked over there just now to check. It's just the sound effects, bro. Like, genuinely, what is going on?
So I couldn't see his face, only his back. I wondered if he was still smiling. I went home, ate, and slept. I woke up around 10 p.m., the time my dad usually gets home from work. My mom and I were talking about the day, and I had completely forgotten about the man. Then my dad arrived and told my mom he had been standing there since morning. I ran to the window, and sure enough, he was there, staring at the...
Just leave him alone, bro. In fact, turn this into like a YouTube video. Standing man inside on the road outside my house. You know, do like a live stream. See how long he stands there. Just record him, bro. Get some money off this.
Bushes, not moving a muscle. Before coming home,
Nah, never investigate. Are you guys? What are you guys doing in this situation? Are you going to be like, yo, what's up? What are you doing? Or are you just gonna let him be? Because I'm letting him be,
my
bro. I don't
dad
care.
went to
I
the
genuinely
man
don't
and
care.
asked him why he'd been standing there all day, but he didn't say anything. We were all so confused as to why he'd been standing there all day,
Maybe he's dead.
especially in the winter. After dinner, before bed, my dad told us to lock all the doors and windows. He didn't usually say that, so I figured it was about the man. I locked everything and double-checked to see if he was still there, and to my surprise, he was. We went to bed, and the next morning, I was eating breakfast and watching TV when I suddenly remembered the man. I looked out the window, and he was gone. He hasn't been seen since. We were all horrified by it, but after a few days, we all collectively forgot about it. I asked countless questions like, why was he standing there? Why was he staring at the bushes? Was there something in the bushes? But we never got any answers, and the man standing outside still remains a mystery.
Okay, so a thing with these stories, bro. I don't know. That does not need to be made into a horror story. That is not very scary, you know? It's just a random dude sitting, like, if this was real and this was someone's actual story, there's a dude standing outside. I one time saw a crackhead standing just staring at a bush too. Staring off to the side of the road, like on the grass, not on the road. Just standing there, just tweaking out. They're just screaming at themselves, just staring at a bush, doing something weird, bro. I come back, I drive to where I was going, drive back. Like 4 hours later, I come back, and she's still standing there, just doing nothing, okay? Just doing nothing. In the middle of summer, okay? These people are crazy. Like, this is just a crackhead story. Like, this is not something you gotta be worried about. It's not something scary. Like, just someone, you know, someone doing some whatever.
It was a
Oops. What is this one? True clothing store horror story. Oh my god, guys! I saw a crackhead at the clothing store. I'm turning this into a horror story.
normal, cool evening. My mom and I were heading to Kohl's to buy some new clothes for me since I had outgrown my old ones. We walked in, and at first, nothing seemed out of the ordinary. At one point, I grew bored of looking at clothes, so I told my mom I was going to explore the store on my own. She nodded and told me to stay close. As I wandered off, I noticed
Nah, 'cause now we gotta be worried about going into the clothing stores on our own. Like, what's going on?
woman. She was dressed in all black with long black hair, and she was staring right at me. Her eyes were wide open. Black
Ew.
eyeliner streaked down her face. Her eyes were so
good?
wide it looked unnatural. A wave of fear hit me. I frantically looked around for my mom. When I couldn't find her, panic started to set in. Then I turned back. The woman was even closer, smiling. That same unsettling, creepy smile.
You know, bro, there's other clothing stores out there. You don't gotta go to this one. Like, I'd get out. I'd be gone. That's all I'm
I
saying.
was so scared I couldn't even think straight. I didn't have a phone, so there was no way to call my mom for help. Thinking quickly, I darted into the clothing racks, trying to hide. Then, a hand grabbed my shoulder.
It's your
I
mom.
stifled a scream and spun around. It was my mom. Relief washed over me, even as she scolded me for running off, but her words barely registered. My mind was locked on the woman. The woman could still be out there, watching, waiting. Then, my mom's tone shifted. Her face grew more serious. She asked if I had seen a woman with long black hair and
Hell
wide
nah.
eyes.
Hell nah.
My heart skipped a beat. She had just described the exact woman I'd seen. I told her yes, that I had seen her, and that I was terrified. My mom nodded. She quickly paid for our things, and we left. Nothing happened after that, but the image of her never left me. Her eyes, her wide smile, even now, it still gives me chills.
No. No, I'm going to a different store. And there's... Bro, come on. Her mom didn't say nothing. She just said, did you see that woman? What about her? Like, okay. Number 3. Is this number 3? Yeah. True break-in horror story. Okay, let's see.
My name is Zama, and I'm from South Africa. In August of 2024, something terrifying happened to us. I live in a 2-bedroom apartment in a block of flats with my 9-year-old daughter, Coco. One Sunday at 2:30 a.m., we were fast asleep with all the lights off, as we usually are. Then I suddenly woke up to the sensation of someone reaching for my tablet right beside me. At first, I thought it was my daughter, Coco. She often grabs the tablet when she can't sleep. But then I realized something was very wrong. There was an unknown man in our apartment. I'm a light sleeper, especially where my daughter is concerned. So I screamed as loud as I could and grabbed him. I think my sudden reaction made him freeze for a moment. He already had my iPhone in his hand, the one Coco had been using earlier that evening.
Okay, I'm surprised he's even going this far. Usually they just like stay asleep and pretend nothing's happened. This guy's... I want to see him throw hands, bro. I want to see hands
We started
thrown.
fighting, and as we struggled, we both fell on top of my daughter, who was still asleep. I was terrified, thinking if he overpowered me, he'd go for her next. I pushed him out of my room and into the living room. I was just trying to get him out. In a panic, I grabbed pots
Yo.
and pans and threw them at him, anything I could find. Finally, he backed away, opened the door, and ran out.
Yo, is this
I
what
was in
goes on
shock.
in South Africa? People just like enter your home. Why is there not a lock on your door? Like, use the lock. There is a lock there. Why is it not locked? Come on now. Come on, rookie mistake.
Thinking the door must have been unlocked, but later discovered he had crept in through the bathroom window.
Oh shoot.
We live on the 2nd floor, and I never thought to lock that window. I assumed it was safe. He was skinny enough to step on the balcony rails and squeeze through the burglar guards. Once inside, he unlocked the front door so he could escape quickly if he needed to. Despite my
Oh, that
screams,
makes
none of
sense.
my neighbors came to help. They called later to say they'd heard something, but hadn't come down. I was devastated, but at least I managed to cancel my bank cards on Apple Pay before any payments went through. We don't live in that apartment anymore. We're okay, but we're scared of living alone for now. A few days later, we found out there was a group of thieves targeting homes in our area. I was the only person who woke up during the break-in. Others lost much more valuable items. 2 days after our incident, one of the thieves was found dead in the morning. I don't know whether it was the same man who entered our apartment, and honestly, I don't much care. They chose that life.
Do not be thieving, bro. It's not. Why would you do that? I don't know, bro. That one was like, I'm not getting like scared from these, but okay. What do we have? We had the clothing store, and the standing dude, bro. So far, we are unsuccessful in our mission to be scared by one of these YouTube animations. But yeah. So that was our third? Maybe third. So yeah, 9 animations so far we've reacted to. I'm not scared yet, guys. I might be him. If you have a scary animation on YouTube that you like, that you genuinely believe is scary, send it to me. Put the link in the comments. Come on, help a guy out. And if you want to follow on my journey to get scared, I need to get sent flying out of this chair. So if you guys got something like that, send it in. If you want to follow me on this journey to see that happen, subscribe. Yeah, notifications. You know the drill. Come on, help a guy out. Yeah, to the next one.